guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be the requested look of this. I wore this in my favorites video and I had a lot of requests to do a tutorial on this look, so here it is. I sat down and what I did was I had two colors in mind I wanted to use. I wanted to use copper and I wanted to use blue. And so I was thinking, okay, I wanted really heavy copper on my lid and I wanted blue underneath, but I was like, what am I going to use in transition up here? So what I thought of is when you see a piece of like copper, or if you think of like a metallic copper or bronze, if it was to be in the light, you would see areas of it that would almost be like reddish and then brown and an orange all kind of wrapped together. So that was really my inspiration for bringing up this more red color in the top and then copper down closer to the lash line. I find when I'm sitting down at my vanity, I'll pick two color combinations that I really like, and a lot of times they'll be part of the color theory that we talked about on the other video I'll link below, but it will be colors that are complementary colors that are kind of totally opposite from each other, and then I threw in an adjacent color to kind of tie it all in together. What I do is when I'm sitting down, I call these like my little recipe, my makeup recipe pads, because it's so easy when I'm playing around. Sometimes I'll only do one eye while I'm messing around to see if I like a color combo, and I'll be like, oh, that is a complete fail. But what I'll do is I just keep this notepad and a pen right there, and I'll just quickly write down the name of the shadows, and I remember where I put them. But otherwise, if I don't keep track of it like that, sometimes I'm like, what did I put in the crease? Because sometimes I'll go back and forth deciding what I want. So if I just write this down, I write them down in the order which I do my makeup steps, so I always remember, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And that way too, if you guys ask for a tutorial on them, I know what I did. Okay guys, so I just got out of the shower a little while ago and I have just semi blow dried my hair. I don't like to blow dry it all the way because it's not good for your hair. It'll kind of dry it out and it can damage it. So I'm just gonna let it air dry the rest of the way before I curl it for later tonight. I do have my eyebrows done, but I don't have anything else on my face. I did have some moisturizer done actually, but can we talk about this? Can you guys see this? I'm blaming that freaking Tatcha spray because I have not had any blemishes on my face until I used that. It took a few days to come up, but one of my viewers said that she got a huge like bump from underneath her skin, and that's exactly what I got right here, and it's like kind of hurts. I don't know. I'm blaming that spray. That's the only thing that has been different in my skincare, so I don't know. Okay guys, so I'm gonna do my base after the top of my eyes because I'm gonna be using some pigments and they tend to have some fallout. You guys can use any base to prime your eyes. I'm using this Lime Crime one because I'm pretty white and this is white. You can use a paint pot or anything you want, even a jumbo eye pencil. See how white this is? But this is really gonna help make the shadows stand out. And then I'm just gonna go through with the Sigma brush and blend it. This is the P80. I saw that this wasn't on the Lime Crime site anymore, so I don't know if they're reformulating or they discontinued it. I don't know, but I like it. I'm gonna zoom in for the shadow steps so you guys can see a little better. Do you see this? Ugh. My skin has been so good and it's like, nope, nope, not doing it, Tatcha, not doing it. First I'm gonna go and lay down a transition color, and this is just going to help blend all the other shadows in that I lay on top of it. So I'm gonna take my MAC 224 and my transition color of choice seems to be Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. I'm gonna really pack that on my brush and I'm going to apply that right above where this fold in my eye is, like right there. I want to make sure that I can see it. So make sure you put your eyes at rest too. And now you guys can see more so how hooded my eye is. Like when I do this, you can see a lot of it, but once I put it down, it's like, So I'm going to take some of this MAC Saddle, and I'm taking this on my Wayne Goss number 4 brush, and I'm really just gonna focus this on my crease. Doesn't have to be too precise. I just want the colors that I'm gonna put over it have a little more depth right in this area. Take your time doing this part too. I think, you know, sometime I'll do an actual video where I'm just doing my one eye and not everything, so it's not super long, and I'll do it real time to show you exactly how long you're supposed to spend blending, because I think so many people, they watch these videos and think, oh, I was only supposed to do that for 10 seconds. Now this has rapidly become one of my new favorite brushes as well. This is the Wayne Goss number 16 brush. It's quite large, but what this is great for is blending these top rows of shadow. So I'm just gonna go on and make sure that I'm completely blowing out. I'm going to take matte coppering on this on this same Wayne Goss number 4 brush. I'm gonna pick up a decent amount of that pigment and I'm going to go back over that area that we just put down that saddle. And you want to just windshield wiper motions back and forth. Just spend some time doing this because you want to make sure you're packing on the color, but you're also blending it in really well. You don't want any harsh lines. You see when my eye is open, how you can't see this spot, so I'm going to take some more and I'm going to make sure that when my eye is open that you can see that, like right there. See that? You have really small hooded eyes. What I like to do is take a pencil brush and then I'll take some of this color like this. And I'll show you on this eye real quick before I'm done blending this one. What I'll do is I open my eye and I will, don't keep it too big, and I will take that and I'll take that pencil brush to use to like draw on top of my eye crease. So that way I'm kind of like creating a new crease. See like that? Now look, if you see there's no other shadow there, but I'm creating a guide that I'll know exactly where that shadow needs to go. And same on this side. So like on that top, that larger spot there, I can fill that in. See now? I'll just keep going back with the brush and keep blending. So in this one, I'm gonna pick up some now on this brush and I'm gonna go over that guide I put down. And you can just kind of drag it out a little on this end after you. Then I went in with some matte cranberry. I'm gonna pick that up on my pencil brush, swirl that around, pack that on really well, and then I'm gonna do that same thing, but this is gonna be a little more precise. Basically the look that I had on had a lot of dimension, and that's why you really do have to layer different colors and different finish eyeshadows if you want that. I'm gonna go back in with that Wayne Goss number 4 brush and blend that. You kind of want to blow those shadows out into that higher brow bone. I'm gonna go in with some Too Faced glitter glue. I'm just gonna put a small dab on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna pick that up and I'm just gonna tap that on all over my eyelid, my mobile lid. So don't bring it up into the crease, but bring it all the way until the crease. This just really helps anytime you use pigment or glitter. I find like I can't not use it. I'm going to take some MAC Copper pigment. There is MAC Copper and Copper Sparkle. I think the one that most people use is Copper Sparkle, but I love this copper pigment for like rusty smoky eyes. I'm gonna spray my 242 brush with MAC Fix Plus and I'm just going to dip it into the pigment. And I'm going to pack that all over my mobile lid, so all the way up into the crease. It's good too if you flip the brush upside down like this and really work it so you're all the way at your lash line. Next, I'm going to pick up this Morphe M514 brush that was in my favorites, and I'm just going to go back and forth over that crease to help blend that pigment. There's nothing on this brush, but I just want to go back and forth and really blend that line out. I'm going to go back through with the Wayne Goss number 4 brush, and I'm really just going to continue to blend. I want to bring a little of this color up here a little more, not too high. And I don't have anything on the brush, I'm just going over the area that already does, and that's going to bring it up nicely. A good brush guy should really do all the work for you. I never truly understood how important brushes were until I started buying some different ones in different shapes, and I was like, wow, putting on with your fingers does not even come close to comparing. You don't need to have $50 brushes. I mean, you just need the right shape to do what you're doing, and as your budget increases, you can obviously go for those softer brushes or whatever you prefer, but the right shape is gonna get you a long way. I'm gonna take Max Blanc type on my Wayne Goss number 17 brush. It's just a big paddle brush. And I'm gonna put that Blanc type right underneath my brow bone here. It just is really gonna clean up and give that a sharper line. Next, we're going to take some Sugar Pills Penelope pigment. I love this pigment. I don't know. Is it focusing? Oh god, it's so freaking pretty. Once again, I'm going to spray my 242 brush gonna just dip it into what's in the cap because I don't want too much of this. And I'm gonna pat it over, just lightly pat it over that copper color that was there. This is just giving it a little more dimension because that other pigment was really fine. Like the matte copper pigment is really fine, and this one is a little chunkier and obviously more reflective. And we want to make sure we blend that line. I'm going to pick up my Shikihado Z10 brush, make sure I don't have anything on it. I'm going to use my color switch lightly because it's natural hair, and I'm just going to go back and forth in that crease. I'm going to zoom out, do my base, and then we'll finish the rest of the eyes. I do already have my moisturizers down. I will link them below. As soon as I got out of the shower, I had to come and put them on because my face was dry. It's like being insane right now. I'm gonna pick up some of my Tarte Face Spackle Primer I like, and I'm just going to take a small amount on this spatula and go over the areas where I get larger pores, which is right around my nose. You guys know the drill. I take it and put a little on that scar on my face. Really too, if you use it kind of like a spackle, you know, you don't want to wipe too much away, but what I'm trying to do basically is kind of like, this is like putty, and I'm trying to fill in that hole. Same thing with my piercing scars. Now I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Primer, and I'm just putting a pump on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go and just rub this in. For my perfect color, I've been mixing, the R260 is pretty close, but it's a touch dark, just a little. So I'm gonna put half a pump on the back here, and then I'm going to take the 230, which is the old 115, and I'm going to put almost a full pump of that. I'm going to take this Morphe M439 brush, spray it with Fix Plus, that helps shear it out, and the glycerin in there also just helps it look nice on the skin. I'm gonna dot that around, and then I'm just going to blend it. Less is more typically on blemishes. You don't wanna cake it up because that just gives it more texture and makes it look more obvious on your skin. So what you wanna do is avoid rubbing it, obviously. You just kinda wanna like touch around in that area. And then if you need, you can go back in and like pinpoint conceal, but you don't wanna do too much at once because if you put on, you know, a color corrector, and then you put on some foundation, and then you put on concealer, it's like, that, what is that, 3 layers? 3 layers of texture you just put on your face. It's like, that, it's not gonna sit well. I actually didn't have any fallout with this pigment last time. I did. I'm gonna go on with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. I mean, this thing has really held on there. Now I'm just scraping off the sides. I do have another one, but I don't wanna open it yet. I'm gonna take my Sephora, the brush that was just in my favorites, the 75 brush. I really like this for patting in my under eye concealer. Tip on there, it gets right up under your eye. You wanna make sure again that you're bouncing, that you're not dragging, because if you drag, you're going to get creases and you're pulling at your delicate under eye skin. When I watch people doing tutorials and they're doing cat eyes and they're yanking on their eyes, I cringe, I cry a little inside. Now I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm going to do one of these. I'm gonna show you why I'm trying to keep off here, because I'm going to go in with my highlight, and I wanna make sure I'm not putting too many layers like we just talked about, because that's when it starts to look cakey and unnatural. I say as I have bright copper eyes on. I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm just gonna pat in that concealer. And you wanna get all cream products out of the way before you guys go on with powder, so before I can set my under eyes. I'm taking some of this Krylon Shimmering Skin Foundation in Silver. I'm picking this up on an actual, it's just a dry Real Technique sponge. You can use a beauty blender or any sponge you want. And I'm gonna go on the top of my cheekbones. Now I actually did not do this step in that look for that video, my favorites video. I'm gonna take the flat side of this and just stomp this in. But it's Friday and I'm gonna go out with Keegan tonight, so I'm just gonna kick my highlighter up a notch. Why not? I didn't realize until yesterday, I think, that I really just stopped with the bronzer. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm so fair. I'm like, I don't know. I think it looks really dirty on me. I'm gonna go in with my favorite cream colored contour with. This is the Obsessive Compulsive and John Doe. I'm gonna suck in my cheeks, and now these are the 2 blemishes I have on my face. I wanna make sure that I avoid those if I can, because again, caking on makeup on them is not gonna be complimentary. So normally I would do my contour kind of right on where that line is. I'm just gonna touch it down. Just a little bit to avoid that mark. I'm gonna go in with my MAC 130 brush, and I'm going to again try to blend this up but avoid that blemish. The least amount of makeup you can get on them, the least attention you're gonna draw to it. I'm gonna pick up on my Wayne Goss number 2 brush, my brightening violet powder, and I'm gonna really just I wanna stick right to the under eye area. I don't wanna bring it out too far on my face because I don't like to be powdery. Now right here where I can crease, I'm gonna take a little bit on those 2 forehead line wrinkles, and I'm gonna take just a little touch right here on my smile lines because that's where I can crease too. Go in now with my Sculpted Face by IT Cosmetics on my Morphe M510. I'm gonna pick up these 2 middle shades, and I'm just gonna set that contour. Going to pick up this, I think this is the 509 brush. I'll link it below. And then I just like to go over and just really blend that so there's no harsh line really. Now I'm going to take my MAC Sunbask, surprise, surprise, I told you guys I've been using this non-stop, and I'm going to pick that up on my Wayne Goss number 14 brush. I'm going to bounce that in there, and first I'm going to smile and touch that on the apples of my cheeks where I want it, and then I'm going to go and really swirl that and blend that back into that line. I feel like I went a little heavy-handed with it. You can go over with a sponge. I'm gonna layer 2 highlights today, again, because I'm going for that intense. I'm going to take the Balm's Mary Luminizer on my favorite brush of life, the Wayne Goss number 15 brush, and I'm going to brush that over where I laid down that cream. You guys see this? This brush. It does it all for you. That's what I mean when I mean you need this brush. Again, just kind of going all over the place. I'm gonna go in with a little champagne pop. It's a little warmer and more peachy than the Mary Lou, and then I'm just gonna go back over that same area. So in my look on the lower lashes, I'm gonna zoom in right now again. In the look on my other video, when I was sitting down playing with my makeup, I tried a few different blues because it wasn't giving me the effect that I want. So I'm gonna see if I can skip some of those out right now and just see if I can do it with the least amount of products. I'm going to go into my Urban Electric palette, Urban Decay, and I'm gonna pick up Chaos. Now this is that really fluffy brush. You kind of want something fluffy like this because I'm really gonna smoke it out. This is the 105. And I'm going to drag this from this corner, the corner of my eye, to the inner corner. Make weird faces, open up your mouth, don't pull on your face. Kind of like messy right now, but what we want to do is we're not packing on the color right now. We just kind of want to go on and make sure that it's blowing it out. Go on with their Wayne Goss. This is my pencil brush by him, the number 20. I want to really get that in, but really work that out. More of that Chaos on this Wayne Goss number 20 brush, and let me see if I can do it. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So you bring it on with the pencil brush and it's really packing it on more than just blowing it out like that. See that? And then we're gonna go back on with that cosmetic brush. You just wanna be layering and smoking, layering and smoking. And you guys said you wanna see more looks with some of the electric palette, and I will do that for you. I think one of the keys to incorporating color into your looks, if you guys are interested, I will do like a whole little series on building up to color, because it can be kind of intimidating to wear, you know, if you've never worn it before. Just little things you can do that you'll bring some in and then you'll get more and more comfortable, because that's what it's all about. It's that you're not used to seeing yourself like that, so you think you look weird even though you look beautiful. You feel like you look weird and then you feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna take my Urban Decay Chaos liner and I'm going to line the waterline. Sorry guys, I gotta look down in my mirror for this. Another product from my favorites, I'm picking up this Makeup Geek Center Stage Foiled Eyeshadow on my MAC 266, and I'm going to work this into the lash line. It's really going to add some dimension to that blue that we put on there. Next, I'm going to go on with this Mint Soda pigment from Sugar Pill. Guys, any of these color combinations will work with any products you have. Again, like, it doesn't have to be these exact products. I'm gonna pick it up on my favorite inner corner highlighting brush, which is the shading brush from Real Techniques. I pick some up and then I touch it in the cap because I don't want to go like insane with it. But see, this brush fits right in the corner of my eye. See that? And then you just kind of bring it up and mix it in there. That's the gist of my eyes are done. I'm going to take MAC's Fix Plus and I'm going to spray that on my face just to kind of melt in that highlight I put on. Now, a viewer mentioned that hers is like a fire hose in her face, which I think is funny because I felt that exact same thing. The key is you really need to hold it farther away from your face. I know that may sound silly, but like if I spray it right here to my face, it feels like a hose in my face as well. So I hold it back almost as far out as my arm goes. And oops, I didn't have that on. So hold it out almost as far as your arm goes. And you see how the glycerin in this really just melts everything together. I mean, what is this? But now I'm gonna tight line the top of my waterline. I'm taking some Makeup Geek Immortal and I'm taking that on my Japanesque silicone tip brush, and I'm just gonna get it in here right on that lash line up top there. So it helps make my eyelashes look thicker. I take my IT Cosmetics, the Celebration Foundation in Illumination, and I just like to stamp a little on my nose. See how that kind of evens the color out? Otherwise my nose can be kind of red. If you want, you can try to like cover that up a little, but the more layers I put on it, the more obvious it's going to be. So I'll take a little on the small end side of this brush and I'll just kind of tap where I have those issues right now, and hopefully they go away. Now I'm gonna curl my eyelashes with my Shoot Umora eyelash curler. Careful not to disturb the makeup you just put on. I'm going to use this primer that I always like to use. This is a black primer, but wait, there's more. Next I'm gonna go on with my Dior Addict It Lash. This is in the color, it doesn't say, 272, which is like a royal blue color. Like this. And I'm going to hit those lashes on the bottom where I just put that primer. Now I'm just going to put mascara on the top of my eyes. Since I'm going to be wearing eyelashes, I want this to be black. So this is my Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. It has been my new obsession for my lip combo. If you guys have never tried the Makeup Forever, the Aqua Lips, these are my all-time favorite lip liners. They're really smooth and they stay on really well, and this color is pretty close to my own natural lip color. So what I'm gonna do is line my lips. Let me zoom out a little so you can see everything. I'm just gonna quickly fill it in. Like, these don't tug on my lips, they just go on so nice. And this was in my favorites. This is the Laura Mercier Bare Pink Lip Gloss. Oh, I love this, on top of this especially. And then I'm just gonna fill in my lips. Anything left to do on this look is eyelashes, guys. To be wearing the Coco Soho lashes. Let me let that dry. Okay guys, I'm gonna go finish my hair and I will be back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. If you guys ever recreate anything, I would love it if you post pictures or tag me in it, because I love seeing that stuff. I love knowing if you guys love stuff as much as I do sometimes. I love it when you guys pick up products and you tag me on Instagram and Twitter and let me know that you got them and that you love them too. It's like, oh yay! I don't know why that makes me happy, but it does. If you guys like this video and you have not already subscribed, please do so. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.